So as functional medicine doctors, a lot of people come to us when they've tried everything else and nothing else is working. That's especially true for a woman that we were seeing earlier this week. And so she has a long story of a long list of health issues over the last 4 years. And she remembers that there was one day where everything changed. She says, that's the day that my life ended. She remembers waking up and being tired and weak and blurry vision and just not, completely out of it, not feeling like herself. And so she did eventually find out that she was diagnosed with COVID. And so while these symptoms have persisted, and there are many more symptoms I haven't listed, part of it is long COVID, but there's something else going on here, okay? Because she's tested negative for COVID since, and we know that that has far-reaching effects on other areas of her body, including the neurological system, but there's something else at play here. And so we've been doing more comprehensive testing, tests that most doctors don't do and frankly aren't trained in. And so naturally, they don't offer certain types of tests, like toxicity testing, looking at heavy metals and mold. And so this is where we see going down these different roads, leaving no stone unturned to figure out what's causing symptoms like this for this particular woman. Okay, and that's true whether you have a very strange symptom picture where everything started all at once, or, which is actually way more common, it's pretty rare for things to just change on a dime like that in one day. What's more common is most people slowly decline over time. They just start feeling off, just a little more tired, but they justify it in their mind, like, oh, it's just because of stress, or I'm busy, or next year when I have more time, I'll take care of my health, or I'm getting older. And so all those mindsets just lead you to kind of let your health slip over time, and before you know it, you have a diagnosis. Maybe it's hypothyroidism or diabetes, or you're just severely overweight, or even moderately overweight, and just feeling less like yourself. So in either case, the most important thing you can do is get to the bottom of what's actually going on by having a practitioner, a trained practitioner like ourselves, sit down with you for an hour and really give you a full evaluation, give you time that's needed to dig in deep and not just ask you what your symptoms are and write you a quick recommendation for a capsule. Okay, even if it's a supplement. That's good because it has less side effects, it's more natural, but it still is just treating the symptoms. To get to the bottom of things, we got to ask more questions and figure out where have you been, what exposures have you had to particular types of toxins, do comprehensive blood testing to see how all your normal body systems are working. Okay, I'll give one more example about this. There's another girl we were working with. She was younger. She was only 19. And she'd been on antibiotics for 2 years, on and off, because she had all these different infections, and her primary care doctor just kept giving her prescription after prescription. And we come to find out that she also had exposure to other viruses when she was younger, and mono. And so we did, again, comprehensive testing, what we do with almost everybody, and looking for not just all the major areas of health and how her body's doing, her immune system, thyroid, inflammation, nutrients, minerals, but also doing a chronic viral panel. And we're able to find that there was chronic EBV in her case. And so that had to be dealt with. And if that wasn't going to be dealt with, we wouldn't have been able to make any progress and get her back to feeling more energetic and stop having these flare-ups of, like our first client that I was talking about, neurological symptoms that just put her kind of on her butt, made her feel dizzy and unable to fully engage with life and go to work and get up on her feet and work out. So it was only by digging deep and uncovering these hidden causes that we were able to help finally unstick the process to help both of these women start getting results. And so if that's you, or if you know someone who's been stuck with their health and just haven't been able to make progress, this could be why. And so share this video with them and like and subscribe. Encourage them to like and subscribe as well, because that's why we're here, is to help you see what's difficult to see if you haven't been through medical school. But you don't have to go spend the 4 years, 6 years that we spent and the $400,000 that it took. Okay, we boil it all down here, give you what you need to know, make it realistic and actionable and relatable for you to gain control over your life and your health.